Listen, when nobody believes in you, believe harder. That's the moment the world hands you the pen and dares you to write your own story. This is the point where average people fold, where excuses feel warm, where doubt pretends to be logic. Not you. You don't need applause. You don't need permission. You need a decision. You decide who you are, and then you prove it until the noise runs out of breath. Hook, no cheers, no support, no safety net. Only pressure. Good. Pressure turns coal into diamonds or dust into excuses. Choose your future. People say, be realistic. Realistic is just a polite way to say, stay small with me. Understand this belief is not a feeling, it's a discipline. You train it like muscle, reps of action, sets of consistency. Every day you hit the mind gym, and every day you add weight. Hook, results are rented by effort, and rent is due daily. The world respects receipts. Show them. Most people want belief to show up first. That's not how it works. Action leads, belief follows. You move your feet before you feel ready. You make the call before you feel confident. You build when nobody's watching. Then belief arrives, not like a spark, but like a sunrise, inevitable because you outwork the night. Hook, don't wait for motivation, manufacture it. Discipline is motivation's boss. When nobody believes in you, life is quietly asking, how bad do you want it? If a stranger's opinion can turn you away, then you didn't want it, you wished for it. Wishes don't build empires, standards do. Raise your standards. Cut the comfort. Audit your inputs. If they don't feed your mission, they're attacks on your time. Hook, protect your focus like it's oxygen, because it is. Pain will visit. Good. Pain is a teacher with perfect memory. It remembers every shortcut you took and charges interest. Learn the lesson you can be owned by pain or forged by it. When the workout hurts, add 1 rep. When the day drags, add 1 hour. When your mind screams, go silent and work. Hook, the strongest voice in your life must be your own command. You don't need to announce your grind. You don't need to post your struggle. Silence creates power. Build in private. Execute in public. Let your results do the talking in a language nobody can argue with. Hook, don't chase validation. Become undeniable. The world can doubt your words, not your proof. Understand the game winners treat belief like a contract, not a mood. Your signature is your daily action. You sign it at 5 a.m., you initial it at midnight, you countersign with sacrifice. Belief is not about can I, it's I will until it works, until it cracks, until it bows. Hook, most people stop at almost. You stop at done. Here's the mindset, you are the cause, not the effect. You are the driver, not the passenger. No more waiting for the perfect plan or the perfect timing. The perfect time was yesterday. The next best time is the next breath. Move, iterate, improve, repeat. Hook, speed plus consistency beats talent plus laziness every time. When nobody believes in you, perfect. That's pure fuel. Doubt is the world's most underestimated energy source, and you're about to convert it into motion, momentum, and measurable results. Every no is an ignition switch. Every raised eyebrow is a rep. People think disbelief is a wall. It's a weight. You can lift it. You can get stronger because of it. Hook, no belief. Good. Less noise, more work. The path is simple. Capture the doubt, compress it into resolve, and burn it through disciplined action until silence becomes applause and resistance becomes reach. Start with reframing. External doubt is not a verdict. It's a variable. Variables can be manipulated. You choose the meaning. You can let it shrink you, or you can let it sharpen you. Choose sharpen. Write down the exact phrases people use against you. They're too late, or too hard, not for you. Next to each, write the counter. Commitment, I'll demonstrate, I'll outlast, watch me. Now turn those counter commitments into daily proof. Hook, if it's not on the calendar, it's not real. Schedule your revenge through routine, not rage. Replace emotional spikes with operational standards. The best way to turn doubt into fuel is to industrialize your effort. Same start time, same non-negotiables, same standards, especially on bad days. Build a lead indicator scoreboard that doesn't care about opinions, hours trained, calls made, pages written, sets completed. This is your belief generation machine. Belief grows when the scoreboard moves, not when the crowd claps. Hook feelings, follow footprints, leave prints every day. Use precision in your execution. You're not proving them wrong by yelling louder, you're proving them wrong by aiming tighter. Identify the one lever that moves your outcome the most and pull it relentlessly. Cut the decorative tasks. Eliminate vanity effort. Replace busy with effective. Doubt dissolves fastest in the heat of focused output. Hook, aim small, miss small. Narrow your target, multiply your impact. Pain will try to negotiate your standards. Don't negotiate. When it bites, add one more rep, one more hour, one more iteration. Not because you're reckless, but because you're sending a message to your nervous system. We do not quit at discomfort. We grow through it. Your body learns your rules. Your mind learns your tone. Set both to unbreakable. Hook, when the mind screams stop, whisper execute. Then do it again. Silence is your ally. Don't announce your grind. Don't crowdsource your confidence. Build quietly and let outcomes become undeniable. The people who doubted you don't need a speech. They need evidence. Win the week. Stack the weeks. Let your results accumulate interest until even your enemies have to recalculate. Hook, don't clap back. Cash back. Turn disrespect into deposits. Control the inputs. Doubt grows in polluted environments. Audit your feed, your friends, your habits. If it doesn't advance your mission, it taxes it. Replace gossip with goals, drama with data, distractions with deadlines. Protect your focus like a scarce resource because it is. Hook, guard the gate. What enters your mind becomes your momentum. Move with urgency and patience at the same time. Urgency in your daily output, patience in your long-term expectations. The world overestimates one day and underestimates 1 year. Do the opposite. Be humble enough to start small and proud enough to never stall. Small, consistent fires burn longer than flashy explosions. Hook, speed for today, stamina for tomorrow. Finally, keep the receipts. Track the reps, the late nights, the early mornings, the deliverables shipped under pressure. Your confidence is not a mood, it's an audit trail. When doubt circles back, show the ledger, show the pattern, show the person you have become through disciplined action. Hook, make your results so loud that disbelief can't hear itself. Lead with action and let belief catch up, because belief is built, not gifted. Confidence isn't a mood you wait for, it's a receipt you earn through movement. Start before you feel ready. Ship the draft. Make the call. Step into the gym. Execute the basics so relentlessly that hesitation becomes irrelevant. Hook, action first, belief second. Evidence creates confidence. The brain trusts what it sees you do repeatedly. Give it data. Give it proof. Momentum is the most honest mentor you'll ever have, and momentum only answers to action. The biggest lie in performance is, I'll begin when I feel motivated. Motivation is a guest, discipline is a resident. You don't need a perfect plan, you need a start and a standard. Set a minimum viable action you perform daily, no matter what. 10 outreach messages, 40, 5 minutes of deep work, 50 push-ups, 1 page published. Hook, small wins compound into big certainty. Every micro commitment kept is a vote for a stronger identity. I am the person who does the work. Identity drives behavior. Behavior cements identity. That flywheel turns when you move. Perfectionism is fear wearing a suit. It sounds smart, but it stalls your life. Replace perfection with precision. Identify the one lever that moves the metric and pull it hard. If you're building, build. If you're selling, sell. If you're learning, practice. Cut decoration, keep direction. Hook, start ugly, improve fast. Iteration beats idealization. Speed exposes feedback, and feedback is fertilizer for belief. The faster you cycle, build, measure, learn, the quicker your confidence matures from fantasy to fact. Design your environment to make action automatic. Friction kills execution. Reduce it. Lay out your gear the night before. Block your calendar for non-negotiables, silence low-value notifications, and create a launch ritual that takes you from 0 to moving in under 2 minutes. Hook, if it's easy to start, it's easy to win. Protect prime hours for deep, high ROI work, batch shallow tasks. Keep a visible scoreboard of lead indicators, reps, sessions, drafts, so your brain sees progress even before outcomes arrive. Use time like a scalpel, not a sponge. A day filled with activity is not the same as a day filled with impact. Timebox your sprints, set micro deadlines, and apply the 80-20 lens to every block. What creates 80% of the result? Double that. What creates only noise? Delete it. Hook, busy is a costume. Effective is a weapon. When you finish a sprint, log your output, not your hours. You're training your mind to respect execution, not excuses. When doubt speaks, move faster, not louder. You don't have to argue with your mind. You have to outwork it. Pair action with language that commands performance. Begin, ship it, next rep, Keep your talk short and your output long. Hook motion silences emotion. Once you're moving, the chemistry changes. Dopamine, adrenaline, focus. Your state upgrades because you're behavior-led. Stop trying to think your way into action. Act your way into clarity. Stack streaks until belief becomes default. Start with a 7-day streak, then 14, then 30. Put the chain on a wall or a tracker you see daily. Never break it twice. If life hits, do the minimum to keep the line unbroken, then bounce back with force the next day. Hook streaks create identity lock. When your self-image is tied to consistency, quitting feels foreign and belief feels natural. Surround your action with accountability, not applause. Share targets with one person who values standards over sympathy. Review your metrics weekly, refine your plan, raise your baseline. Hook, what gets reviewed improves. Keep your rhythm, same start time, same rituals, same debrief. Boredom is a sign the system is working. Elite performance is often unexciting to watch, but undeniable to measure. Remember the sequence: act, adjust, accelerate. You will not get it perfect, you will get it moving, then make it better. The first draft reveals the gaps, the second tightens the screws, the third turns it sharp. Hook version 1 beats version none. Once you accept that action is the architect and belief is the tenant, you stop waiting and start building the house. Choose discipline over feelings, because feelings are unreliable narrators and discipline is a verified blueprint. Moods swing, standards stand. On the days you feel unstoppable, your standards keep you efficient. On the days you feel empty, your standards keep you moving. Hook mood is weather, discipline is climate. Build a climate. Set non-negotiables that fire whether you're tired, bored, overwhelmed, or uninspired. Wake time, training block, deep work window, learning reps, recovery. These are not preferences, they are protocols. Protocols remove debate. When the alarm rings, you don't consult your emotions, you execute your script. Hook decisions are expensive, routines make them wholesale. Replace willpower with design. Lay out your gear nightly, block your calendar, silence low-value notifications, and keep your tools visible so the path of least resistance is the path of highest return. Make discipline easy to start and hard to skip to. Minute launch rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown, stand up, begin move. Hook starting is 80% of victory. Initiate before you negotiate. Treat your day like a governed system, not a mood board. Creative, then rules that close loopholes. If I miss the morning workout, I train at 6 p.m. If I can't do 60 minutes deep work, I do 20 with 0 distractions. If travel breaks my routine, I run a portable version, body weight. Notes app, timer, no excuses. Hook no 0 days. Even on worst days, do the minimum viable standard to keep the streak alive. Streaks build identity lock. When you become the person who doesn't break promises to yourself, your confidence stops needing pep talks. Audit your inputs because discipline doesn't thrive in a chaotic environment. Clean your desk, tighten your digital boundaries, kill the endless scroll, and curate a feed that feeds your mission. Hook guard the gate. What enters your mind becomes the energy powering your actions. Discipline speaks in numbers. Track reps, sets, pages, calls, pitches, minutes, and deep work. Keep a simple scoreboard you see daily. What gets measured gets respected. Don't track for vanity, track to tell yourself the truth. Hook feelings lie, data doesn't. You'll notice patterns, energy peaks, distraction traps, productivity windows. Engineer your day around those insights. Put your hardest task in your highest energy block and protect it like it's a meeting with your future. Batch shallow work so it doesn't bleed into your focus zones. Time box your sprints, set micro deadlines, and recover deliberately. Hook sprint hard, recover short, repeat. Discipline isn't burnout, it's rhythm. Language is a lever. Self-talk must command, not complain. Replace, I don't feel like it, with begin. 1 rep. Send it. Next. Keep it short and directive so your body moves before your brain argues. When resistance spikes, shrink the task until it's too small to refuse, then rebuild momentum. Hook, motion precedes motivation. The chemistry follows the choreography. Start moving and your state upgrades. Don't perform discipline for applause, perform it for alignment. You're not chasing validation, you're constructing character. Hook, become the person your goals require. That identity drives choices under pressure. Expect boredom and welcome it. Elite routines are repetitive by design. The excitement addicts quit here, professionals level up here. Boredom is the signal you've outgrown your current load. Add weight, raise standards, refine form. Increase intensity or precision, not chaos. Hook, consistency is the flex. You don't need a new plan, you need deeper execution of the right plan. Use friction wisely, add passwords, app blockers, physical distance from distractions. Remove friction from the behaviors you want. Stack habits after coffee, write after training, stretch after work, review and plan. Anchors make behaviors automatic. Hold yourself accountable to process, not vibes. Review weekly what hit, what missed, what to adjust. Raise the floor, not just the ceiling. Make your worst day better than your old best. When life punches, reduce the set, not the standard. Keep the chain unbroken. Hook, non-negotiable means non-negotiable, especially when you don't feel like it. That's the moment your future is either protected or pawned. Pay the rent today with action. Your feelings can ride along, but they don't touch the wheel. Build in silence and reveal with results, because validation is a tax on momentum and attention is a currency you spend or invest. When you broadcast the process, you rent dopamine and lose discipline. When you keep it quiet, you compound. Your job is to convert ideas into outcomes, not opinions into applause. Hook, build quiet, prove loud. The world can debate your claims, not your proof. Let the scoreboard, the screenshots, the shipped product, and the transformed clients do the talking in a language even critics must respect. Audit your validation loops. If you catch yourself announcing plans to feel progress, you're paying progress in advance. Replace performative updates with performance updates. To yourself. Track inputs and outcomes privately, hours trained, calls closed, prototypes shipped, revenue generated, PRs hit. Hook, applause is noise, profit is proof. Don't chase metrics that don't move the mission. Prioritize lead indicators that create lagging wins, then let those wins speak when they are undeniable. Practice operational discretion. Share your roadmap with your calendar, not the crowd. Keep your circle small and standards high. One mentor, one accountability partner, tight feedback, zero gossip. Run a daily privacy protocol. Airplane mode during deep work, no premature posting, no hinting at launches, no crowdsourcing confidence. Hook, privacy is performance enhancing. The fewer people you need to impress, the faster you can improve. Design a proof architecture. Decide what undeniable looks like in your domain before and after transformations, case studies, client testimonials, code shipped, units sold, trophies earned. Build a weekly proof pack you can open and inspect. What did I ship? Who did I help? What moved the metric? Hook, measure what matters. Proof beats opinion. When the numbers tell your story, you don't need adjectives. Facts are frictionless sales. Silence is not hiding, it's loading. You don't clap back at criticism, you convert it into capacity. You don't argue with doubters, you out-execute them. Block time for deep, unbroken sprints, then surface only to deliver. Hook, don't explain, demonstrate. Every deliverable is a sentence in your argument. Every consistent week is a paragraph. Every quarter of results is a chapter nobody can edit. Protect your attention like a strategic asset. Turn off the broadcast reflex, move social apps off the home screen, and put notifications through a strict filter. Build a fortress around your prime hours. Door shut, timer on, devices distant. Plan visible. Hook, focus is a fortress, guard the gate. When the world can't reach you, your best work can. Be intentional about reveal strategy. Hold your work until it's sharp. Then release it like a hammer, not a whisper. Demo days, launch milestones, polished case studies, clean metrics, compelling before and afters. Hook, reveal rarely, deliver heavily. Frequency is for practice, quality is for proof. The more you refine in private, the less you need to convince in public. When challenged, answer with data, not drama. If you're right, the results will corroborate. If you're wrong, upgrade and move. Iterate quietly, improve relentlessly, and let time do the arguing. Hook, iterate in the dark, wow in the light. Patience plus proof outlives every hot take. Remember, the market doesn't reward noise, it rewards value delivered consistently over time. Control your social energy budget. Not every room deserves a presentation, and not every comment deserves a response. Save your voice for strategy, your time for execution, and your reveals for moments that move needles. Hook, fewer voices, clearer signal. Your inner circle speaks standards, not sympathy. Keep it that way. Make this your identity. You are a builder whose results speak first and loudest. Keep receipts, stack streaks, and let your work introduce you before you say a word. Hook becomes so effective that silence sounds like confidence. When you finally speak, it's only to point at the evidence and move to the next project. Use pain as a teacher because pain is tuition, not a tax. Tuition hurts, but it buys access to the next level. Most people try to negotiate with pain. Professionals learn from it. Pressure clarifies priorities. Setbacks expose weak links. Rejection maps blind spots. Treat every sting as a syllabus line item. What did it reveal? What must be reinforced and what must be removed? Hook hurt is information. Study it. Don't fear it. When you stop taking pain personally and start taking it professionally, you transform discomfort into data and data into dominance. Start with the frame. When pain shows up, label it precisely. Is it physical strain, mental fatigue, emotional rejection, or strategic misalignment? Naming dissolves drama and increases control. Then ask the two questions that professionals live by. What is this trying to teach me, and how do I adapt now? You're not waiting for the storm to pass. You're learning how to operate in the storm. Hook pain is a mirror. Look, adjust, move. The faster you translate pain into a plan, the shorter your suffering and the steeper your growth curve. Adopt the one more rule as your default response to discomfort. When the rep burns, do one more. When the clock hits 0, stay 5 more minutes and finish the set. When the email gets ignored, send one more with sharper value. This isn't recklessness, it's identity training. You're teaching your nervous system that discomfort is the green light, not the red siren. Hook, when it hurts, add that tiny surplus, one more rep, one more call, one more paragraph, compounds into ruthless confidence because you know you won't fold when it counts. Engineer pressure on purpose. Don't wait for adversity to find you. Inoculate yourself with controlled stress. Short, intense sprints with brutal honesty in review. High-skill drills that expose your flaws. Timed constraints that force efficiency. Public deadlines that require delivery. Then cycle recovery like a pro. Sleep, hydration, mobility, reflection, because discipline without recovery becomes self-sabotage. Hook, pressure is a tool in trained hands. Use it to sharpen, not shatter. Make rejection your market research. A no is the most detailed feedback you'll ever receive if you ask for the reason and extract the pattern. Catalog the objections, build counter assets, and rewrite your approach until no has nowhere left to hide. Turn every declined pitch into a checklist, missing proof, unclear value, weak timing, wrong audience, fix them. Hook. Don't take it personally, take it professionally. Convert no into next, then into now. Run a pain ledger to convert experiences into improvements. After any tough session, meeting or loss, log 4 lines, trigger response, lesson, upgrade. Trigger what sparked the pain. Response, how did you act? Lesson, what truth was revealed? Upgrade, what process changes today? Keep it simple and relentless. Hook, feel it, write it, fix it. If it isn't captured, it's repeated. If it's repeated, it owns you. Weaponize your breath and language when pressure spikes. Use a 4-4-4-4 box breath cycle to reset the nervous system, then deploy command phrases. Begin. One more. Execute. Short words, direct intent. The body follows decisive language. Pair that with a 2-minute rule that you start moving for 2 minutes no matter what, and let momentum take over. Hook, motion regulates emotion. Once you move, chemistry changes and clarity returns. Detach your ego from the pain curve. You are not your last mistake. You are your next adjustment. Celebrate resilience, not drama. The loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest. The strongest holds pressure without leaking emotion. Keep your circle tight. Feedback clean and process public only when the proof is undeniable. Hook, don't broadcast the bruise. Showcase the bounce back. Results make the most convincing argument. Live by the standard that discomfort is the rent for anything worth having, and rent is due daily. Seek the edge where growth happens, the final 10% of effort that most people save to protect their feelings. That edge is where skill crystallizes, where identity upgrades, where belief hardens. Hook, run toward the hard things. Pain is the passport. Stamp it often and travel farther than anyone expects. Become undeniable by making your work so consistent, so accurate, and so complete that doubt runs out of oxygen. That starts with a ruthless standard finished, not flirted with. Most people live in almost. Almost launch, almost ready, almost there. You don't stop at almost, you close. Hook output is the only language the world cannot argue with. Every day, you either ship something real or you rehearse another excuse. Choose the ship, choose the stamp, choose the proof. Undeniable requires 2 gears working together, speed and precision. Move fast to create momentum, then dial in accuracy to make momentum sustainable. You don't race through the work, you remove friction from starting and reduce lag in finishing. Build a start ritual that takes you from idle to action in 2 minutes, and a finish ritual that takes you from 90% done to ship die final review, quality check delivery log, hook fast starts, clean finishes. The gap between 90% and 100% is where legends separate from talkers. Guard your focus like an asset under threat. Clutter steals conviction and distraction leaks days. Set hard boundaries device off for deep work, single tab policy, calendar blocks with names that command action, not suggestions. Protect a daily non-negotiable done block where you only work on items that end in delivery. Publish, submit, deploy, send. Hook focus is a fortress nothing enters without permission. If you control the gate, you control the game. Operate from a finish first plan. Instead of a to-do list of activities, write a deliverables list. What will exist by day's end that didn't exist this morning? A drafted script, a closed sale, a coded feature, a completed training session. Break projects into minimum shippable units and push them across the line daily. Hook, if it doesn't ship, it doesn't count. Business is camouflage, completion is clarity. Standardize excellence. Create a closure checklist for your craft so quality is consistent under pressure, criteria met, proof attached, errors screened, naming conventions clean, time stamped, archived. Build templates for recurring tasks so you can move faster without getting sloppy. Hook systems make you scary. When your floor rises, your ceiling follows. Consistency compounds reputation, and reputation compounds opportunity. Kill scope creep with decisive constraints. Set the scope, set the deadline, agree on good enough, and enforce it. Perfection is where projects go to die and doubters get to say, told you so. Replace perfection with progression. Version 1 live today. Version 2 with improvements in 72 hours. Hook. Done beats endless. Momentum is a better editor than fear. Turn metrics into momentum. Track the numbers that prove undeniability: units shipped, revenue generated, sessions completed, response time, accuracy rate. Review weekly what moved, what stalled, what needs reinforcement. Raise your baseline every cycle so last month's stretch becomes this month's standard. Hook. Numbers don't stutter. When your data speaks, your critics whisper. Build an identity that refuses to miss twice. If life knocks you off rhythm, your rule is simple. Rebound within 24 hours with a completed deliverable. Keep the streak alive even with a minimal version. Streaks create identity lock. Identity drives behavior. Behavior produces results. Hook. Consistency is the contract. Results are the signature. Sign it daily. Accelerate learning loops. Launch, gather feedback, tighten execution, relaunch. Ask for the hard notes early so you avoid expensive fixes late. Shorten the time between idea and evidence. Hook. Feedback fast tracks you to undeniable. Proof is not a promise, it's a pattern. Patterns are built by cycles, not announcements. Play the long game with short, relentless sprints. You don't need drama, you need delivery. You don't need validation, you need verification. Strip away the ornamental and double down on the essential. Guard your mornings, finish your days with closure, and stack so many completed reps that your name becomes shorthand for reliability. Hook. Become the person people bet on because you finish. Undeniable is not a talent, it's a trail of receipts. When nobody believes in you, believe harder. That's your advantage. That's your edge. You are not here to be liked, you are here to be legendary. So stand up, shoulders back, jaw set. Go where others quit. Build what others only talk about. Earn the life they'll call lucky. And when they finally ask, how did you do it? Smile and say, why, I believed harder. Then I worked until belief had no choice but to be true.